The Seattle Seahawks have completed the 2025 draft. Coming in, they made 3 trades, and let's hear from Mike McDonald and John.
Thanks to everybody, the personnel staff, the cafeteria staff, all the coaches, support from Jody and Bert and Chuck, and just the whole weekend. Honestly, just taking it in, like right now. We're the free agency stuff's still going on right now, but the guys are in there just kicking butt, and just very, very grateful. Very proud. Yeah, probably just very proud of everybody and how everybody worked together, and completing our 16th draft. It's a really cool. It's a blessing, and we're very excited about what we've added to this team, and the depth and the toughness and the competitors and the reliability, and I'm just excited for this growth-minded staff to get their hands on these guys and get ripping.
Man, I didn't tell John I was going to do this, but I think it's appropriate from my perspective to, as coaches and what we're coming into, to share our appreciation for John and our team on the personnel side of the ball. I'll tell you what, I wish you guys could be in that room, and how we operate it is different. It's unique to the rest of the league, in my opinion. I think we do it better than anybody else, and it's our style. It's how we want to operate. Everybody's included. It's just a special operation, man, and it's just really cool to work alongside John and see him do his thing with the rest of the crew.
Thanks, man.
It's just it was
Thanks,
awesome.
buddy.
Yeah,
That's cool.
appreciate
Very
it.
nice of
But
you.
these guys, they're really good at what they do, and it was a lot of fun this weekend. So just can't wait to practice next week, rookie camp. See these guys in here and get to work.
Speaking of inclusion, can you talk about the call from Bray to Mason and how that went down, and who decided that was going to happen?
Yeah, Mike found out that you usually don't fly first round draft picks in, I guess, and so that was Saturday. No, today's Saturday. Sorry, Friday morning, and it's so we flew him in, and he came with his folks, and so Mike brought him in, introduced him to everybody, and I met him. We were talking, and said hi to him. We're dapped it up or whatever, and I was like, we're picking in 2 minutes. I'm like, okay, so I'm exaggerating. It was 10, 15 minutes, but he basically was there, and I was like, well, that'd be kind of cool if he just. The Rams did it last year with Jared Verse, and I was like, oh yeah. Somebody was like, hey, he should announce it. I think Trent was like, he should announce it. So yeah.
Richmond said he thought it was a prank call. You have to grab the phone.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's pretty
So it
funny.
was this guy with a deep voice.
Yeah.
Kid calling.
Yeah.
You hadn't done that before, obviously.
No. And he showed us, if he's ever playing center, he can do it. But no, I don't know. It's just this really cool, these guys in the back, the work that everybody did, and sorry, Dave. Just, I don't know, it's just it was a cohesive process. We just, we worked our tails off, and it may have a little bit to do with, second year with a new, with our, the defensive staff, Mike, his group, and then, an offensive staff that has been through different draft processes, whether it be Denver, Minnesota, or New Orleans. He's like 30 guy, really athletic, chip on his shoulder, very smart, projected to play inside. And then Richmond is, we'll start him at tackle. The coaches is the buy-in there was awesome. They were so excited when, and believe it or not, in the 7th round it does get hairy like that, So they were so stoked to be able to get him, and so JB was pretty fired up.
John, you had a class that seemed so excited, yet they were humble and ready to go. And I would also use the word vibe, because it seems like every one of them kind of had this vibe about
Yeah.
humility and also playing for the Seahawks?
I don't. I think it's it's a credit to the players and the competitors, and then the credit to the scouts and the coaches working together to figure out like what our guys are and what does the Seahawks look like as we move forward here. And yeah, I think it's going to be like I can see this group. If you look at the group, you can see them like interacting, hanging out. So yeah. Gray was standalone. Bryce was this guy that Trent and Kirk like loved, had a lot of, like very much under the radar kind of dude. And then we had buy-in with Mason, with the coaches and the guys that went to the school on the intelligence and the competitor. I mean, the toughness too. That he started or he played last 2023. He played I think it was almost the whole season on he got a hairline fracture, and it's like, and he probably should. He wanted to help them, and he played through it, which is pretty rare these days. Used to happen all the time, but yeah, he played through it. So it's an area of need, but it always is. I can't emphasize that enough. I mean, every team in the National Football League is looking to help their offensive line, and it's just an ongoing issue. And we'll have these guys in competing, and we'll see where it goes with this new group. Started at the owners' meeting with talking with Kevin and Rob and Rob Brzezinski and Quessy just about the situation and what it looked like, and yeah, we had met with Drew down there, and there was a possibility to sign Drew back, and then we liked the quarterbacks in the draft, and we thought there was an opportunity, and we thought there was a chance that might happen. So there were several teams that were interested, and Minnesota was a team that ended up pulling the trigger. We added a 275-pound fullback that runs 19 miles an hour. That's pretty cool, man. It's a lot of, what does Pat say? A lot of momentum heading downhill. Or
It's got some.
Pat Ward, shout out, Pat.
Mike, you talk a lot about the style of football you want to play, to add a big fullback and then a really physical running back as well. Just what can that do for you?
I'm really excited to see them out there do their thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to see our run game come to life. These guys fit what we're trying to do, how we want to do it. You got to move people, man, and you got to get downhill and play north and south, and that's what they're going to help us do. And so, just I don't know, just I can't wait for them to get here and just teach them all the stuff, and let's get rocking and rolling. But yeah, they're going to be a big part of what we're doing and competing with the rest of the guys we've got on our roster right now that we're really excited about, and it's going to be an awesome competition.
Well, Robert Turbin texted me, so he was all fired up, covering those guys. He loves them both, so yeah, no, it's pretty cool though. He loves those guys, and it's just fun getting those from guys that you've drafted in the past, and he's a huge part of our family. But yeah, Torrey's a underrated guy, and in our opinion, he can turn punts. He's the catch radius. He's like this long, like competitive, like very fast receiver. Yeah, and then Ricky, like the special teams part. Jay and Fitz were really excited about him, and the guys that Josh and like all those guys. I mean, he's blocked 4 punts. I mean, personally, he kind of reminded me of Donald Driver, who we drafted. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I wasn't there. I came after that draft, but they had drafted him in the 6th round, and he was one of the better special teams players in the league before he just completely established himself as our number 1 receiver. So that's kind of who he reminded me of. Just this tough, and he's kind of got that gangly feel to him too. Both guys are kind of we call Harden T-Bone, I guess. So yeah, if you guys are interviewing him, but yeah, excited about both those guys, and glad to add to the group.
quarterback?
Yeah, it's impressive. I mean, like the alignment of what we're trying to achieve, and then just, to someone that doesn't really know what's going on, you could be confused for some organized chaos, but it's just succinct and bang bang boom, and we know what we were trying to get to, and so as the offers come in, like we keep track of them, and felt like we ended up in we definitely achieved like the spirit of what we were trying to get. It felt like, and that's what gets you excited.
For the other guy, Robbie, is the plan for him to be your primary fullback, or is that going to be a competition?
Yeah, he's going to compete with Brady, and like you don't have to live in 21. You can be in 12. I mean, there's options to be in different personnel groups. So all those guys are kind of competing for those roles of how we want it to come to life. So we got a lot of great players that kind of fit that tight end fullback mold, and special teams is going to be a big part of it too. And I know this, like, to bet against Brady Russell would be a gigantic mistake. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, so there you go. You heard from Snyder, you heard from McDonald, and obviously McDonald being who he is. I mean, he is a coach that likes to teach. He's an educator, and I think that's what really separates McDonald and why the confidence of this team moving forward is he's an educator. He likes to bring in players, his players, and teach them and talk ball. You heard from McDonald likes to do that. You heard from Schneider just in terms of saying, hey, you know what? We got the players we wanted. You didn't give specifics. There are probably one or two that they wanted, but they didn't get. Well, that happens in 31 other buildings. So, the Hawks, again, they get who they want. I thought the pick of Nick Emanuri is a really good pick. Look for him to be on the field. Schneider and McDonald talked about how when Emanuri came up here for his 30 visit, Ernest Jones was talking with Mike McDonald, and all three got into this talking ball discussion, which is what McDonald likes to do. So obviously Zabel is another plug and play. So those are two players that, I think will start. I mean, I'd be surprised if they don't. And then the other players, they got them for depth, and they will push. And Jalen Milroe, I think he will see the field, as I said before, sooner than later. And overall, I think this is a pretty, copy and paste kind of draft. The Seahawks, McDonald and Schneider get the players that they need to be competitive, and a few players to push for the starting positions. A question mark, fair enough, is the center position. That to me is the one place that was not addressed from the outside looking in. Now, possibility that two of the offensive linemen that they drafted could be shifted over to center. So, we'll just wait and see. But they have a plan, obviously. And you also heard them say we've got quite a bit of time before, we get on the field. But rookie minicamp is this weekend, and we'll be here. And we'll give you some highlights and videos and some interviews. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is Masvita, Mara Ira from the Cascade.